This is the Galaxy Report for... See, you guys mess me up. This is the Galaxy Report for Saturday, March 11th, 2006. Bastards.
We shoot some song, shoot some spawn,
Sorry.
shoot the claw, do the raw, do the saw, do the raw.
Can't toss it intro music's going on.
We da da straw, la pa sa, da da raw.
Just wait till you hear the shit that guy has me playing.
It is the shit.
I just wish you could hear it too, Darren, so you could react.
I already know how it sounds. I listen to it like 2 times a day.
Yeah, that's enough of that shit.
Yeah, I'll hear it tomorrow.
Welcome to the Galaxy Report. I'm Freak Asaka. I'm joined by Gyron. Gyron, how you doing this week?
I am doing adequate.
Just
A healthy, yes.
Well, why don't you do me a favor real quick and turn your volume down just a touch?
Again?
Yeah.
All right.
It's crazy. But
How's
come you're
that?
just doing... Yeah, that's great. How come you're just doing adequate this week?
Because I have a headache.
Would you want to stop
And-
the show?
No, let's
we can
keep
just stop
on
the show. It's fine.
keep on
No one's
trucking.
listening.
You know what we'll do? We'll put that on loop. We'll put that little song on loop, and
We'll let it go for an hour and we'll call it a show.
yeah, it's a good show.
Awesome. So why don't you go over the show notes for this week?
I will, since you so graciously put them in a format that doesn't lock up my computer because you're evil. What do we got? We got a lot of stuff.
Text.
I'm not playing with the text.
Just go.
All right, Publish 28. We got some. We're gonna go over some of the stuff happening in Publish 28. We got the player versus player and bounty hunting going on. We got some sorry about that. Got some armor changes. We've got the commando nerf that I got to talk about. That's not in the show notes for some reason. We've got stealth changes.
Well, that's
We've
why
got
you're supposed to look over the show notes beforehand.
Well, I did. That's how I knew they weren't in it. We've got the super amount of hotfixes to go over. What else we got? We got the trader aggro changes coming up. We've got Japanese transfer gone wild. We'll talk about the
improv that one.
You like that?
Yeah,
I
that
thought
was
about
good.
it.
I didn't
That's
even
why
type that in there.
That's why I look at the show notes early. We'll go over the focus testing mole, and we'll talk about that a bit, and we'll go over this week's Friday feature.
And don't forget about the Q&A with F&G.
That's right.
That's your favorite part. I didn't put it in there, though.
That's okay. I was hoping you would say something about it.
One thing I want to start off with that I didn't put in the show notes is that, as many of you now see, we have a new website that went up. This is it's an experiment. It's kind of like you guys are beta testing this for me. The focus group really didn't give me enough information to fix every little thing, but you're our beta testers. This is our new website. It's all fancy. We have the little flash logo up that everybody hates because it continuously loops, and every friggin' thing I've tried to do to make that thing stop, it won't stop. It either just completely destroys it, or it just continues looping. So I know we're gonna fix that. There's lots of little tweaks we're gonna make. So put your feedback in the forums. We have a couple posts in there. Just let us know what you like, what you don't like. We're going to tweak, and I'm going, after I do that, then I'll add more different themes. That way, if you hate it that much, you can change it to something different, and then you can only blame yourself for the way it looks. I do want to thank, I had a lot of people who offered help in creating the new website, and it's not that I don't trust anybody. I'm just very stubborn, and I have to figure out how to do this stuff myself. So I do appreciate all the offers for help I did have, and it was nothing personal if I didn't ask you for help. It's just I had to figure it out myself. So I just wanted to
You know what you should figure out? You should figure out how to make that flash stop looping.
Hey, go to hell.
Just trying to help.
I can't do that, and I can't make it so users can change their own password without changing the theme. It's driving me crazy.
It's like you actually do work at the SWG site.
I try my damnedest. Okay, let's go on to the show notes.
Well, we were just on to the show notes.
I mean, let's go on to what we actually have to look.
You want to extrapolate? You want to extrapolate on the show notes?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
What are we starting off with this week?
Thought we would talk about the new PvP system that's been introduced.
The bounty hunting. Well, it's not really new. They just kind of expanded
it's new.
on it a bit more. Why did it take me to armor changes? What the hell?
Because you touch yourself at night.
Well, yes, I do, but I didn't think. Okay. Okay, player versus player bounty hunting. There we go. That's the right place. That's where I wanted to be.
You alright?
Yeah.
You gonna make it?
Now we kind of discussed this on the last show that we did, and I wasn't a big fan of the bounty check system that they have in place, and you didn't seem to mind it. I just wanted to take a moment to tell you that you're wrong.
Okay.
That this / bounty check is a horrible idea.
It takes 10 minutes after you find the right. Here's my problem with the bounty check. What if? What is it going to notify the person that you bounty check when you bounty check him? And if it doesn't, it seems like it could be an escape route from PvPage. You know, you just run your bounty check macro, and because when you're tapped with a bounty tap, no one else can interfere, obviously. And would that be, your get out of combat for 10-minute card, or I don't know. It sounds like a good idea, but there are way too many ways to exploit it. So I might be wrong.
I know people are going to exploit it. Almost any system you put into place, people are going to find a way to exploit it. But going over all the details of it, the only thing I really don't like is the bounty. Just randomly bounty checking people.
It's like that bounty hunter game for GameCube with Django, where you go around and get an extra 200 credits.
No, it's not. It's nothing like that. I don't
know.
No,
it's just like it. You never played it? Jordan has.
He probably has. But it just seems like they had a decent system before with the, get it off a terminal and send out droids, and you had to hunt the person. You had to look for like a certain person.
Yeah, you would have to go to the right trail. And
if anyone's ever watched,
tell them when they're AFK grinding Jedi.
Yeah. If anyone's ever watched Dog the Bounty Hunter, he doesn't just like randomly go out in the middle, the middle of nowhere.
Sure
he just grabs someone and is like, "Oh, okay, what's your name?" And then calls in to make sure, is there a bounty on this guy? No, he gets his information and then he goes out and stalks the person. And that's what bounty hunting is supposed to be about. The rest of the stuff I can deal with in this system. It's a neat idea. I wish they would. I think the only way you can.
So you want them to burn like a probe droid and a tracker droid?
Yeah. I want them to pull the mission from a terminal. I want them to have to pull a mission, and then go out and find that person.
I pulled a mission once.
I don't want to hear about you pulling a mission.
Just saying.
I think one of the ways they could keep people from exploiting this is if they created some sort of useful PvP bonus system, like some sort of ranking system, say similar to WoW, just to bring in an idea, and make it so you don't have your buddy that's a bounty hunter kill you and split the credits with you. Make it so it takes something away when you die. And maybe with I don't know. I was about to.
Well, that's the problem, isn't it?
I was going to create a thought, and it just left me right in the middle.
It seems like if you get a PvP reward, like some type of ranking thing, neutral characters would get the shaft, but they wouldn't be PvPing anyway, except in duels. And I don't believe you'll be able to. Well, yeah, and also I don't believe you'll be able to place bounties in a duel. But I don't know. It's just.
That's the problem with this. Who are the people that are neutrals? You have your traders and entertainers.
I would think bounty hunters would be. Well, if you're role playing, but this isn't about role play,
No. We'll have to get Hacky on the show to talk about role playing. He sent me emails about stuff that they do that's just absolutely amazing and adds so much content to the game, and you don't even have to.
Yeah, you don't even have to pay $30 for an expansion.
Yeah.
Could do the RP expansion for like free.
But that's a totally different show. We'll have to do that. We were talking about doing a role playing show, and then the IGE was dropped on us, and we kind of lost track of everything that we were doing.
Yep.
I don't know. Overall, you for it or against it?
I'm for player bounties. I'm not for this implementation But I don't have the answers. You know, I can't think of the right solution either. So I should get a job at SOE.
You should.
I should.
I mean,
all right.
Well, what about it don't you like? Like, I can pick out the bounty check. I don't like that. What is it about it?
The bounty check I can live with. It just seems like there's no point to it. I mean, yay, you get to have some PvP action, but there's no real. It doesn't seem thought out. Like, I know something terrible is going to happen.
See, I like the idea when they were talking about putting in the
Smuggler
PvP
missions?
looting. No, the PvP looting, where you could loot an item from a person, where then the person could put a bounty on you, and people came up with the idea that, well, then they should be able to try to get their item back. Like, the bounty hunter could kill the person, and you could get your item back, and the bounty hunter would get his money, or get, like, an increased bounty, if they, you know, if they can get your item back.
But nobody wants to lose their Mandalorian armor, or their frickin' Night Sister Energy Lance, or...
But that stuff wouldn't...
The credits is meaningless. It's so easy to make credits in this game. People want a death penalty, but then when they see that there might be a death penalty, they don't want a death penalty anymore. I don't know. There's no. It's a lot. It's a huge issue, and no matter what happens, it's going to piss someone else off. You know, you don't want to kill PvP because of people are scared of an item loss, but you do. There should be a point. There should be a reward. You know, and there should be a risk. It's like that. It's frustrating.
Well, it's like
I'm frustrated.
It's like the idea we talked about after the last show, where if the kind of rewards that they could offer would be items that were similar to things you could already loot or get from a crafter.
Yeah, nothing that would make you uber stat wise, but just something cool,
graphical. Something like some sort of like wicked cool looking armor. Some sort
like
of
a stormtrooper shoulder pauldron.
Just something. Like a weapon with like really cool effects. Not like overly done or like
nothing that does like 1 billion damage.
Right, just more graphical.
That's a crazy number too.
And I think titles, would do a lot too.
Yeah, where you actually have to earn your rank, as opposed to, I just ground out for 4 hours. Hey, I'm Colonel.
It'll be interesting to see what they come up with the Galactic Civil War changes.
Yeah, it will be, won't it?
Yeah. Yes, it will.
Yes, indeed.
Someone wanted to know, why not just use set your alt as a bounty hunter, then bounty check yourself and take the credit reward? That's something that people will probably do with this system. That's why you have to tie it to something else. You have to make them dying mean something. More than just credits. They have to lose something, rank wise.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, even in Ultima Online, when that got all soft, you would lose reputation. Like, instead of being exalted, you would be like peon, And that stuff you couldn't just click and hide. You had to frickin' have that title above your name.
Everything they've been posting lately, I like it if it's a start. Like, I look at it like, okay, I hope this is a start, this leads to something else. I hope this, like this isn't the entire bounty system.
Yes, I agree. I
don't know, I think we've pretty much beat this one to death. I don't know how much more we can go over it. So,
yeah, because there's not really much to work with other than what they say, and then what they say is subject to change. And it's unfortunate.
It'll add something for bounty hunters, but for everybody else, there's no...
Well, you get the excitement of being hunted if you PvP.
But it gives nothing to the person who put the bounty out on something.
Yeah, I know. Well, what's going to happen is whenever there's the big PvP battle in front of Theed, all these bounty hunters that aren't participating in PvP are going to be standing around ready to steal the death blow for the kill,
Bastards. Let's move on.
Moving on.
Alright, armor changes. Armor changes.
Hooray for armor changes.
How did I get here? My links are all messed up. I have no idea what I did.
Did you go to armor changes and then click on it.
Well, yeah, I'm doing that now. It's a lot easier. Where'd I go?
Yeah, well,
I don't know. I'm all over.
people are going to be able to wear any kind of armor they want, pretty much.
Well, they're going to increase the amount of armor loot drops, which is pissing off the crafters beyond belief. I can't say
Really? Why would it
blame
piss
them.
off crafters? I don't understand.
Yeah, they're not getting any
I know.
love right now anyway, so...
Oh, you might. Well, actually, no. Now only indoor bosses are going to aggro.
Well, that's later in the show. Stop.
Oh, sorry. You didn't hear none.
You son of a bitch. Okay. They're gonna add them with randomized protections, fire, acid, etc. That would be nice if you had weapons that did more acid
More than
damage,
20?
Fire, yeah.
Well, our commando dots are going to be increased. So maybe we'll be doing 100 damage with
Ooh.
fire now.
Crazy bastards.
Energy. Yeah, that's great.
I don't know. I kind of dig armor drops a bit as someone who just goes out there and likes to kill and get his loot.
As long as they don't start dropping Riz or Mandalorian or faction armor.
Right. It would be nice if even, just as they add this, if they gave crafters the ability to change the color of it. That, I can see them with the reverse engineering coming up in, was it published 30-something or another? 30, 31?
When they get around to it.
Yeah.
Published when they get around to it.
Yeah, in 2008. But I can see this being something that the crafters could enjoy, being able to take, I don't know how
Being
they
able
do
to
it. Reverse
sell an armor or clothing recoloration kit for the same price as a vehicle restoration kit. That's what I'll be doing.
It would... See, you just interrupt me and I completely lose what I'm saying.
You see, you should have thought of that before I interrupted you.
I need another drink of coffee.
So I guess this means I won this round.
No.
No?
Well, you have an armor smith. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are I don't even make armor with my armor smith. You know what my armor smith does? My armor smith sells... Well, no, actually what I do is I sell all the looted armor to a junk dealer, and I just put the clothes up on the bazaar. That's my way of not getting the high-end loot back into the market. Not really high-end. Yeah, I have full suits that I've saved just to see how this reverse engineering thing turned out. I haven't crafted weapons or armor since I regrinded Master. No, I lied to you. I've been making a lot of crafted bounty hunter armor and some Riz, but that's it.
Well, see, here's the thing that Thunderheart says. He says that it will increase the amount that players will go to an armor smith because they'll get a piece of armor they really like, and then they'll want a whole matching suit, so they'll go to an armor smith and have them craft it.
Or they'll camp there and just loot them because you can loot a full suit in I do the Corvette run. It takes me about half an hour to kill everything on the Corvette and complete the mission. And I come out with at least a full suit plus pieces of whatever. I mean, it's not for a combat character. It's not that hard to loot a complete set. I mean, and what? It'll be maybe 400 points lower than a crafted one. I'm not talking Primus layered, but just a regular suit. I don't know. It's frustrating and it's stupid. And
now you sound like the people on the forums. It's frustrating and stupid.
It is. I can't really squeeze a thought out. It's
your headache's killing us.
It's killing you. I'm doing fine. Maybe it's an aneurysm. Maybe if I'll just stop and I'll...
It'd be kind of interesting. You just bust something during the show and we can hear the medics working on you in the background.
That'd be awesome. The cops were across the street today. The crazy lady with Alzheimer's called 911.
Really?
Yeah. That's another story. Oh, crazy lady with Alzheimer's.
Okay, Jedi clothing and armor loot drops. It looks like the Jedi there's going to be a larger selection of things for them to loot.
No, it's going to be a larger selection for me to frickin' loot and then delete because it's no trade. I'd be rich if I could frickin' sell half of the
they're
master.
Probably going to make this no trade.
Yeah, I know they're not going to make it any trade. That's how I know I'll be deleting it.
Great.
Great.
Great. Okay. Well, why don't you want to talk about anything? I mean,
The clothing loot drops.
I want to bring up. You're just like, I have a headache.
Yeah, actually, I do have some stuff I want to talk about. It's called heavy weapon changes.
Well, let's finish up the armor changes, and then we'll get to your heavy weapons. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So all we have are character attribute clothing drops. It's pretty much the same thing as the armor drops. Random stats, random colors.
I want red, white, and blue. That's what I'm making my Mandalorian.
You want to be Captain America?
Dude, that'll be sweet. I'll either have the gayest or the coolest freaking set.
I think
I should. Sorry, I was gonna say I should make it all pink and put it on the bazaar for $9,999,999.
Bastard. No, I just think that this is temporarily going to completely kill crafters, and hopefully with the reverse engineering that will bring something back to them. Otherwise, like armor smiths.
The reverse engineering is really the only thing to cling on to now.
Yeah.
I mean, they did, however, we don't want to talk about can we work the aggro into the segment?
Yeah, sure.
Because before they changed, it was going to be so elite mobs would aggro traders, aggro crafters and entertainers, but now it appears that it's just going to be bosses, whatever they could consider bosses, inside structures. So we can place harvesters like there's no tomorrow.
Sweet. Up to your limit of 10.
Yeah. I just buy my resources off the bazaar anyway. But for the people that still freaking do, I don't have the patience. I'm not gonna. It's just so frustrating.
I have 6 of them thrown down outside of my house in Tatooine, and I just kind of switch occasionally.
Turn the dials.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't know. I like They had to do something about the crafters just sitting down, like in the Death Watch bunker, looting the containers. The only thing.
Well, what about the Jedi and the spies?
Well, it's different. They have to fight their way down there. You can't loot anything stealth.
No, but you can smoke bomb, loot, smoke bomb.
Well, great. Now you want them to nerf spies?
Yeah, I want them to nerf everyone. No. No, what they should do is give every profession cloak. How's that? Is that any better?
The commando. You already have a cloak. It's called the lava cannon. You start shooting that thing, you can't.
Oh, don't worry. No one's going to be using that after Polish 28. In fact, they'll be respecting back to Jedi. No, that's not true. I haven't seen a hell of a lot of commando respects, which is the one good thing. I never thought I'd be happy to see so many Jedi.
Hey, do you want to try to take a call about armor?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Someone get us into line 3. I mean, I should probably type it because there's like a 1.5 delay.
That's all right. People like to wait.
I can hear you.
Oh yeah, I forgot he can hear us.
That's right. He's not the deaf mute. You're thinking of Helen.
Just trying to pull this up. Okay, now hopefully this doesn't go as horribly as before. Caller, make sure you turn down your radio. I just want to make sure we say that before we start.
Radio?
Or whatever they're listening to it on. Hey, Dart, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Welcome to the Galaxy Report.
Thank you.
What's your question? Question, comment, whatever you have.
All right, now my comment is how they're making armor available to all classes, pretty much. Now, what I can't see is why wouldn't they allow Jedi to wear that armor? Maybe even if they put like some kind of restriction, not really restrictions, but like hits on health or agility or whatever. But I just think to be able to wear my old Stormtrooper armor as a Jedi.
Yeah, if they could do like they did before, where you can't use force powers while you're wearing armor, and if it negates any kind of innate, I mean, you won't have the robe buffs. You just have to rely on the armor. I mean, I don't see what the problem with that would be.
Yeah, exactly. Because I play on a role-playing galaxy, and I just don't like the whole idea of you seeing Jedi all around the cities. And I think that by being able to wear like armor or even buffed clothing to help you out, that would better fall in on the timeline.
Yeah, Luke wore armor in A New Hope, so why the hell not?
I know it seems like it would be an easy thing to do. I mean, even in the old system with Master Defender, you had your innate defense, and you could just wear whatever. With the new system now, they have it. They already must have it in the coding somewhere where if you have armor equipped, you can't use force powers. I mean, it's not gonna. And if you can't use force powers, then you're just relying on the armor for defense. It seems like it doesn't seem like it would be an issue for anyone except crazy people.
Yeah, as long as I don't see like stormtroopers running around with lightsabers and like force choking people, I have nothing against it.
Yeah, I mean, and it seems like it would be an easy thing to do that would make people happy, And right now, you want to make people happy.
All right, Dart, thanks for the call.
Sure thing, man. Thanks, guys.
Was that a call that just worked?
Yeah, it was.
My God.
You're going to have to remember this day.
We're marking this down. We have a calendar on the new website,
I've got my Sharpie.
So I can mark that on there.
Ooh.
Calls work properly. All right, you want to get onto the heavy weapons, nerfs, or whatever you want to call them. Go for it.
Heavy weapons, yeah. So it was a good run while it lasted, but it seems that and the issue was just with the lava cannon. But why stop at the lava cannon when you can nerf all heavy weapons? So now,
well, it was doing extra splash damage, wasn't it?
Yeah, but they decided they would let it go live and see what happened. And also, if you look in the descriptions, it says that it hits twice. So apparently, they need to edit that because it was an accident.
Well, watching you with your heavy weapons and playing a little bit with them on test center, I can see where the problem would run into how you could like aggro 3 Night Sisters and take them out all at the same time, like doing the same amount of damage. I like the idea of like the middle of your reticle doing the most damage, and then as you get further away from the center of that reticle, it does less damage on the initial hit.
That's not much of an issue. But the thing is, with the Commando, we have a high defense, but we have a high offense, but we don't really have much for defense.
You're still going to do mad damage though with them.
Exactly, but if you can still get ganked and die easily very quickly because you don't have the defenses. That's why.
But look how fast you were taking out stuff. We're in the Corvette. Like I killed 1 guy and you've killed like 10.
Yeah, and I ran the Corvette with my spy too. I don't see what the issue is. With a spy can disappear and lose aggro and then come back and finish it off. With the Commando, you just hit it all at once.
You can admit that it was a little bit overpowered.
No, it felt just right to me. In fact, I say we should be doing more damage.
Well,
in fact,
what are some of the things they're adding? You want to complain about what they're taking away. Why don't you also talk about what they're adding?
Let's see.
You got to look it up. You just wanted to complain.
No, okay. We've got the heavy weapon dot duration for commandos has been doubled, except our heavy weapon hits every second, so we reapply the dot every second anyway. So that's really pointless. The heavy weapon dot damage has been increased. It currently does about 100. Who knows what it's been increased to? Commando damage bonus when holding a heavy weapon has been increased to 50%. This is cool because right now we have a 5% increase, which means we do 50%, or we do 50 points more damage. Commandos get a bonus while holding a heavy weapon.
Right.
That bonus is 0.05, which means 50 extra points of damage. But with this 50% increase, we're going to be doing 75 points extra damage instead of just that initial 50. So that should put us over the top. The The secondary
hits
hits are removed.
Headache.
And the splash damage is scaled down. That's fine. It's not an issue. Now, if these changes only applied in PvP, that would be fine. You know, in PvP,
You're still going to do massive damage, though. So I don't know.
Well, you know,
the only thing they've really changed is the whole reticle thing, right?
No,
that's the only thing they took away from you.
No, we'll have a whole whining episode after this gets on the test center.
Okay, we'll see how much it changes.
The forecast is very dark. It's very grim. I remember the days when Commandos first got nerfed, and that's when that's when Guinness stopped playing as a Commando.
No, he stopped playing his Commando because that wasn't the flavor of the month anymore.
Like I said, when Commando first got nerfed,
this is not going to be anywhere near what the first nerfing to Commando was. It's not even a nerf; it's a tweak.
It's a tweak. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
The point is,
if you chuck a grenade in the middle of someone, right where the grenade blows up, it's going to do the most damage, and the further you get away from it, it's going to do less damage.
That's not what I'm worried about. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about the reduction of damage that's going to happen.
Away from the initial explosion?
No, from that other tick, from that other hit. Oh. And we'll see what happens. That's all. I'm
moving on to the show notes because you're just being a big baby about this.
We'll see.
I don't want to complain about the stealth changes. Hey, that link worked.
I'd be more happy if they would just beef up the other professions instead of beat down Commando.
You're doing way too.
You like that? Beef up, beat down?
Yeah, shut up. No one wants to hear you
don't make me
anymore.
come on. I'm holding a screwdriver. I'm holding my angry screwdriver.
Good. Stab yourself.
Oh, the last time I listened to you.
Okay. Now, I'm kind of out of the loop right now. Have these stealth changes gone to live yet?
You mean with, which one was it? I think like hotfix number
27.4 or something.
Jamming the most hotfixes. 27.4. I think it was 27.5 that passive detection. Yeah, it was 0.5.
Okay.
I can't really tell the difference.
I don't know. I can't say I played much this week. You even kind of yelled at me the last time I got on, which was, Tuesday?
Yeah, I know. It was crazy.
Yeah, I've just been busy. Haven't had a chance to play.
I had business with my Xbox 360.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I got Ghost Recon. I haven't been playing that either.
Is
I haven't
it
been
pretty...
playing many games at all.
Did you unwrap it?
Yeah, I unwrapped it. I put it in. Beautiful looking game. Started playing through the tutorial. Realized it was 1:30 in the morning. I had to be up for work in 5 hours, so I went to bed. I don't know. I'll get a chance to play with these this week, and I'll comment more on them next week. It just looks like more
of Ghost Recon or the stealth?
Yeah, both. I'll be.
I tested it. I just kind of screwed around with some NPCs, and I can't really tell the difference.
It's nice that concealed players can no longer be discovered by using the examine target or whatever.
Yeah, and but they can still be discovered if they have a bleeding dot, because remember when in the Jedi days, if you had a dot on you, you would bleed, and you'd just see bleeding coming out of somewhere. That happens. So
then you just target their area?
Yeah.
Big bad commandos.
That's right, big bad. The 3 that are going to be left on the server. Commando for life over here, yo.
What do we have next?
What do we have? You're the one that typed up the show notes, and you're asking me?
Well, you're supposed to be the guy. I give you the show notes, so
we're talking about
you actually feel like you do something in the show.
You know what you do? You have hot
you just
fixes.
show up every week, then you don't. There's even a post on our forums. When's Gyron actually going to re-register a new account?
It seems to me that I'm the only person on the show that plays the game. What are you talking about?
Maybe if you helped out with the show a little bit more.
No, I'm just screwing with you. I know you play.
I hate you.
Don't make me come over there. I know where you live.
No, you don't.
That's true. It's kind of confusing. The point is...
Okay, hotfixes.
I'm not part of the vocal minority.
Yeah. Hotfixes. I'm going on to Hotfixes. Hotfixes.
Good thing, because you wrote it 3 times.
Yes, I did.
That must mean it's extra important.
Well, that's because since our last show, there's been like 3 or 4 different hotfixes.
There's been 5, actually.
Not since the last show.
There's been 5.
God, you don't even know anything.
You don't
I
even
need to
know.
find a new co-host.
You do.
I'm going.
Then I can start the Galaxy Rapport.
Ho ho ho.
That's right.
Because I'm not going to go over every little thing in the hotfixes. It's just nice to see that they're continuously doing tweaking.
Well, these
stand out to you.
You know what stood out is people being like, "What? 5 hotfixes? I don't believe it. This is crazy. Why are there so many? Why would you be pissed off if there's 5 of them?" We used to get tons of hotfixes all the time back in the day.
I think the only reason why people are noticing is because they're labeling it like 27.5. Before it was just like hotfix Friday, whatever, hotfix this day.
Yeah.
Now they're
there's actually stuff. I mean, it's actually stuff that's
in hotfixes. Thanks for your deep.
There's stuff in Twinkies too. In fact, there's stuff in Hot Pockets. And toaster strudels.
All things I'm not allowed to eat anymore.
That's right, because you're all freaking... You're like Richard Simmons over there. I was going to say Chuck Norris, but not with your attitude.
Well, I found out at the gym they have wireless internet access there. So I thought...
So you can download porn?
Well, I thought I'm going to get one of
the treadmill?
Well, I'm going to get one of those new Microsoft Origamis when they come out, those little handheld PC things. And I thought I could take it with me and install like all the stuff for doing the show, and we could do it from there, and I could get like a little camera.
From the gym?
Yeah, like while I'm working out, I'll have like a headset on and everything, we'll be doing the show. And I made the mistake of telling my girlfriend this part, but I'm like, what we could do is we could play like a little call-in thing, like a contest. And what I would do is I would pick a girl on one of the machines around me, and I would point the camera at her, and we would play a game called Is She Hot or Is She Illegal?
That's awesome. Like illegal, like a Mexican crossing the border, or
no, like underage.
Oh,
yeah, because
12.
Well, no, you have to be 13 to be out there actually working out on the grounds. But
really,
yeah, you're supposed to be 13. So that it's just a game. I thought I made the mistake of telling my girlfriend, and she almost choked to death. So when I told her, she couldn't believe I said it. But I don't know. I thought it would add a little something to the show.
That would.
Yeah.
Mad flavor, yo.
All right.
That's how we do it.
How the hell did we get on that topic? I don't know. Hotfixes. Hotfixes good. We like them.
Yeah. 3 cheers for hotfixes, because that's how many times you wrote it in show notes.
Next week when I get the new software running, I'll be able to have like little cheers going on for you. So.
Hooray!
We did Trader Aggro changes. Let's go to the whole Japanese transfer gone wrong.
Hey. That's for our Japanese listeners.
Oh, man.
Watashi desu.
All right.
Kaien.
Well, I think this whole Japanese transfer thing kind of tells us that we're not going to see a server merge anytime soon.
You mean you don't think they handled it well?
I don't know if it had to do with them handling it well, or if it's...
Technical...
Obviously, there's major issues.
Well, I think
them losing factory crates, resources, and just.
But they could take that $500,000 for exchange of their everything that wasn't in their.
Now, is that actually a 500,000 credits, or is that like 500,000 yen, and then it has to transfer to credits?
Well, 500,000 yen is only like $50.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering if like maybe they get like then would that be like 1,000 credits? I don't know. What's the going rate of credits on eBay?
For Bloodfin?
Yeah.
I think it's, give me 2 seconds. I'll look it up for you real quick. Because that's what I do here. I look up important things. You go to the old eBay.com. Listen to how slow and clunky I type.
Clunk, clunk, clunk. You should type fast like me. Fast and loud.
Fast and loud. We'll do Bloodfin credits. There's no M in Bloodfin.
Nope.
But it's precariously close to the N. Star Wars Galaxies, 100 million credits for $189? I could have made $189.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Nice. Not that we condone that.
5 million for $9.95. So it seems like the prices for credits have gone back up a little bit.
Interesting. What I don't understand is if you want to get your item back from the character bank that was on Harla or Katana, let's see, if you make that choice to petition to get your actual items, you will not receive items such as factory crates and resources. Okay, I can see maybe there's a problem with that. I don't know why you couldn't get like an equivalent.
It just seems that there should be some SOE guy who can sit there and take your name. And
well, you lose your character name?
Yeah, if you can keep your name and lose your stuff, or you can rename yourself something cool like Gyron 2 or like XX Gyron XX.
I like you will lose your character name and you will have the opportunity to choose a new name. Well, that's nice. That way you're not running around with no name.
I know.
Or you can get 500,000 credits.
Species Trandoshan says, "What's up?"
So I guess us calling for server merges is over with. We're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, unless they merge with Bloodfin.
Yeah, luckily we're already on Bloodfin. I think if anything, they'll merge a server into us and we won't have to worry about our stuff.
Yeah, makes me feel good.
All right. Well, we had a little bit of a supposed leak with what went on in the focus group. Did you get a chance to read over this?
I did, and what pissed you off the most?
Well, I like the idea of the dark side, light side.
That was the thing. That was my ray of light. Not to copy a Madonna album title, but that was my ray of light in this whole mole thing.
The only thing I didn't like was the
Battlefront 2, complete with having iconic characters not only immediately available during your mission, but for you to be able to, yes, you're actually reading this, play as movie characters.
Yeah, if they want to make it more like Battlefront 2, fine. If they want to give us like first-person shooter, PvP, all sorts of crazy stuff, okay. But I do not want people playing as Luke Skywalker. I don't want like 8 Luke Skywalkers running around. I don't want.
In Battlefront 2 is one of those games that's on my computer that I can't really justify because I only play it when my Call of Duty United Offensive server is full, or if like Bloodfin is down, or if I'm not looking at the wall. I mean, it's not such a hot game, and I don't know why people dig it so much.
See, the only thing that makes me want to question the information in this post is that supposedly these people were told that these were possibilities for expansion packs, not published updates, and I don't see how they could add in choosing a dark side or light side path.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty much
that sounds like
moving forward game plan.
Right, I don't see how you could add that.
And that actually sounds really cool.
I know.
For all professions, not just Jedi, for all professions, like a dark commando, where I would like use children to go roadside detonate your frickin' kitten farm or something. I don't know. The point is, I like the idea of strapping a backpack filled with Imperial detonators to a Jawa and push them in front of a sandcrawler.
And I don't think we're surprised at the possibility of a Galactic Civil War expansion.
Yeah, it makes me think of Hoth all over again.
I know. And then turn it into like a Battlefront 2. See, I could see that being more interesting just for like PvP. Or like in a situation as
I don't think people play multiplayer online role-playing games to play a first-person shooter, though.
No, they don't. But I'm just saying, like,
I don't have
a limited thing. Like, if you went to Hoth and that's how everything was.
Boom, headshot.
For the win.
That's very lead of you.
This is all just rumors, so we have no idea if this is true. I like almost everything except the play as movie characters.
I would despise that. Imagine that, especially like all the elite sauce playing as freaking, I'm General Grievous, I have 18 lightsabers. Prepare to meet your doom. Live from your grave.
What the hell is wrong with you?
This is my freaking Altered Beast reference. Because I got my Sega Genesis when it shipped with Altered Beast and not Sonic, yo. I'm hardcore.
I'm moving us to the Friday feature. This is Galactic Star Charts. This is your territory. Why don't you talk about it?
Galactic Star Charts Part 2.
This is covering the past 2 Friday features since we missed last week.
Yeah. No, There wasn't a Friday feature the week before last, was
Yes,
there?
There was.
Are you sure?
Yep. It was Galactic Star Charts Part 1.
I remember talking about Galactic Star Charts on the show, though.
No.
And I think it
Did
might have
you?
been 2 weeks back. Yes, this is just the continuation, and it talks about deep space, where you don't have to be a master to go anymore.
Does it do anything for you? Do you care?
It's all stuff I already know.
You're the space
Seeing that
guy,
it's
so.
it's about an expansion that came out about a year and a half ago. But for new people and people that are new to space, it's probably pretty good for them to know. I mean, I do want to see more space content, and I do like the idea that space is getting the Friday features, but just making a Friday feature about space does not make more content in it. But if it gets more people up there, then that's cool, and I've got no beef.
Yo. You
Yo,
forgot to say
I got some turkey. I don't really have turkey.
Good.
Alright. Yeah, so that's my take on it. Did you even read the Friday feature?
No. No, I saw it was about space, and I just kind of went the other way. I don't care.
Space is cool.
I don't care. I don't have a joystick. I'm not getting a joystick. I don't care.
Why don't you use your 360 controller?
I tried. I didn't like what the way they would let me map it.
Uh-huh.
I didn't like it. It's space. I don't want to
They
play in
didn't like it. Why don't they just nerf space? All space vehicles can only be used on the ground.
I like that idea. And I can use it to go anywhere without having to buy the starter kit.
Well, I better get some type of Elder starter kit robe or something. Elder starter kit. Oh.
My God.
Yeah, so it's turned into that, has it?
Yes, it has. Well, now it's time for your favorite part of the show.
Oh, do we Q&A with F and G?
Yes. What do you want to do first? Do you want to start answering questions, or do you want to take a couple calls? Your call.
Oh, you just make up my mind for me.
All right, let's go to line one. Well, Solon, move us into line one, and while we do that, I'm going to throw out a question while we get that all set up. Someone wants to know whatever happened to mounted heavy weaponry that had been mentioned for commandos. That's still in the works or not? As far as I know, it's still in the works. It's probably a couple publishes away.
Patch 32, or Publish 32 is supposed to be the next, commando/heavy weapons publish. Ideally, we'll get our currently disabled heavy weapons, like the Black Scale Acid Launcher and whatnot, enabled, because there are still those 2 classes that are still disabled, and it will be interesting to see what happens.
Well, it publishes the Galactic Civil War where they talked about adding some of that stuff. Is that 31? Or is that 32 too? Not 32.2, sure. 32 also.
32, I believe they also talked about Smuggler. No, Spy and Commando weapons.
No, Spy's 34.
34, that's right. I remember laughing because I thought, Spy's at 34. Hey, my alt's a Spy.
Yeah, you're just copying me.
I am. Well, Spy's pretty cool. I like Spy a lot better than Bounty Hunter.
It's a few publishes away, so there. Question answered.
32.
All right, let's take a call. Cactus, are you there?
Yes.
This is what I expected when we took the first call.
This is me, and I'm here. I have a question.
You probably fell asleep through all your mindless rambling.
How do you make your hair look so good?
I shave it. I shave my head. That's how I make it look so good. It hides the gray. People can't tell it's going on.
Here we go.
Oh, that was cool.
Awesome.
Guys,
Cactus, welcome to the Galaxy Report.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yay, it functioned.
What's going on?
Well, I wondered what you all thought about the thing with the Avatar, how they pushed out in one patch that they actually dropped the experience down to a K for the repeatable, and then didn't mention it until the patch notes in the next series.
Yeah, that was, it's funny because I see stuff like when they published, when they talked about the stealth publishes on Test Center, I see stealth changes on Test Center, and I think, well, stealth changes on this publish. That's a whole nother tangent that really made no sense. But the point is, yeah, that's somewhat dastardly, but not unexpected. And the thing is, the queue for the Avatar is still hard to frickin' get into the queue on that because people are still up there farming. But I think it's ridiculous that you nerf the experience, one of the few quests that can give you experience from that 70 to 90 gap without putting in new quests. It's dumb. It's not fun. They keep on saying they want it to be fun and more Star Warsy and iconic, but then, you know.
Yeah, but what's fun about getting the same mission and doing it over and over and over?
What's fun about spending time as level 84 until they do whatever that they do?
You ground it out in a couple weeks. Stop complaining.
Yeah, I ground it out, but I'm crazy. I'll sit there and ground out until I get what I want. But that's like, can you see how it's not? Can you not see how it's pissing people off though? I mean,
I can see how it is.
Think you bought the Mustafar expansion. You already finished everything in Rage of the Wookiees, and now all you have left is this one of few quests that you can just repeat. And yeah, it's a chore. Yeah, it's boring, but at least you can hit 90 in a reasonable amount of time.
Well, I think the reason why they did that is the problem with everybody wanting to get on the Avatar to do that.
But everyone wants to go to the Avatar not just to grind up, but because it's a great place to camp loot. I mean, I've done it.
Well, I mean, let's be honest, the speed at which people were getting levels in the Avatar, once you reached like about 70, I had a friend that got literally in just about 2 hours, went from level 70 to level 90. Just doing the Avatar repeatable. It's too much experience or too easy, but, you know, there's been a medium ground between the 1K and the 140K.
Well, I'm glad they nerfed it if you could level up that fast, but they should have been more forward with it. They should have said, this is what we're doing beforehand.
They need, before they do that, like that though, they've got to have quests to replace.
You should not be able to go from 70 to 90 in like 2 hours.
No, you shouldn't.
You should not be able to.
Don't make me come over there. No, I mean, obviously.
Well, that's partially also because it was a Jedi, and you could, you know, use your Jedi burst run until you encapped in the safe spots, and you could do it real fast. I mean, he was doing it in like 7 minutes total turnaround time, and it's really too much, but they had to find another way to fix it without like completely removing it for everybody.
It'd be nice if they could make it where you got 140K the first time you did it, and then every time after that you only got 1,000.
Or make it non-repeatable.
yeah, but see, if you do that, then you can't get up to the Avatar again. Because after you do the Destroy quest, you got to keep on taking that one. I think that's why it got left so long in as it did.
I think the main thing they should do is add like a queue to the Avatar where you can like go up, and if you can't get in at the time, you kind of do you want to wait and click yes, and you could go do something else, and when it's your turn it says, hey, guess what, you can go in now, so you fly up there. And
well, they need to have a time that you get booted out for that quest, you know, like the Corvette is like what, 50 minutes, Sheer Cars half an hour. There's no endless time. Like the time limit for people that aren't grinding experience to get off the Avatar is like when their backpacks are full, you know?
So you're saying like put 30 minutes on there and...
No, I mean a little bit more than 30.
35?
Maybe like
37? 42?
Keep going. No, almost. I'm saying like maybe
44.
Hour-ish. I don't know. It depends on how long you want to idle in Avatar space. But yeah, it is pretty dastardly to do a stealth nerf to experience when there's so much outcry about.
Just tell people before you do it.
Yeah, that's all. Especially if you want to come clean and be all getting our loyalty back. I mean, I know LucasArts is a dick too, but I mean, some people.
Well, yeah.
It's just frustrating.
All right.
You know, I mean,
I got to cut you off there, Guy, and you're just going to babble on.
that's okay. I am. I'm playing with my screwdriver.
Okay. Cactus, thanks for the call.
Thank you.
Okay, while we get ready to go into two, I'm going to
Two
ask you another
calls.
question. Yeah, well, we got another one, too. So, as we get ready, I will ask you, why not let traders make the best items, weapons, armors, etc. in the game, but make their stuff the only stuff that decays? General loot drops do not.
Because that would make the most sense ever.
That's a good idea. I like
That's
that.
a freaking great idea. I'm going to forward that one to my computer. That really makes the most sense ever,
Thank you,
and
Gyron.
that's exactly
Thank you,
why it's
Gyron.
not going to work.
I wonder if I can mute you on the show, too. Mute you in Skype so you can't talk at all.
Talk.
All right. Caller, are you there? Trying to take a call.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, how do I pronounce your name?
Osui.
Okay. Subi, welcome to the Galaxy Report. How's it going?
I'm doing pretty good.
Okay, what do you have for us tonight?
I was just wondering if we've heard anything about a smuggler revamp.
Somewhere in the 30s.
So, yeah. Yeah.
They want to make it more smugly.
Yeah, didn't they actually say that, smugly?
Yes, they said that in the House of Commons chat. They want to make it more smugly.
Yeah,
If I
which
can
tells
pull
me
up
that
real
they're reaching. As far as how they're going to make it more smugly, they really didn't elaborate. And I mean, ever since what? Publish 11? Wasn't that supposed to be the smuggler revamp?
It was somewhere.
Wow.
I'm hunting down that information as we speak.
No, it's good to hunt down. There was this great post I wish I could find. It had every time they mentioned smuggler revamp and like, oh, you misquoted us when we were talking. We meant smuggler enhancement and like all this is crazy. If I can find that, we'll have to post a link to that on forums.
Okay, Smuggler Profession Enhancements, published 31. And they're going with the Profession Enhancements and a Smuggler system. So that's the plan.
But that's it. But that's it. Just names for what they're going to call it, not actually how the system is going to work or play out. Like Smuggler system includes smuggling.
Well, no, it says smugglers will be able to smuggle items and
Yes,
information between factional bases.
On the Earth and on the Earth, land-based in space.
All those Galactic
that's-
Civil War changes we were talking about earlier are scheduled for publish 30 right now. So,
Yeah, so
all right.
that's terrible because there's like nothing to say.
I know, except for wait for 31, and you'll get it before I get anything in Spy for publish 34.
Dude, you just got a bunch of stealth changes.
Stop.
Stealth changes
with
sounds
you.
wrong.
I'm through with you.
What, are you gonna mute me?
No, if I could, I would.
You can't though. You can't oppress me, yo. That's just wrong.
Okay. Osawi, thanks for the call. Gonna go to
Yep.
go to another question.
I think I just got shot at.
I think so.
Did you hear that too?
Huh? No, I didn't hear anything.
The thing about when you're reading is that it just goes dead on the air.
Yeah, it's awful. You know,
That's what-
I wish someone, I don't know.
You should get a co-host that could just keep on talking while you're
That'd be
reading.
nice. I have a co-host who only wants to talk when I'm talking.
That's my favorite. I wish people could have heard what it was like back in the day before it was live. And it took like 20 minutes just to do, it's the Galaxy Report for December 12th, 2006.
Thanks for that one.
No problem, I'm there for you.
Level 40 Profession Quest, bugged for all professions. Do you know anything about that? You're
Is
the guy who
that-
plays the game.
I am the guy. Is that the the note, like the little books, like the target contracts and stuff like that you get. If that's the one that they're speaking about, then yes.
Good deal.
All right. The little blue books that show up in your inventory.
Awesome. See, that's why I have you. You answer a question per show.
I do. That's my big one. That's my good deed for the day.
All right, I'm wrapping up the show. I want to thank everyone for listening. You check out our new website at thegalaxyreport.com. It should actually take you to the new website now after I killed it earlier before the show. That's all fixed. Give me your feedback. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. I know about the logo. I'm going to do something about that.
Oh, I like it. It gives me a headache.
What else do I have? If you have any questions for us, you can email us at thegalaxyreport@yahoo.com.
I have a question.
Shoot.
I thought you were going to mail me something.
I'm going to mail you something. Let's save it for the after show.
Okay. You're going to mail it through the Ventrilo?
Yeah.
TeamSpeak?
Yeah.
Get on Vent.
Okay. Can I finish?
Without me interrupting?
Yes.
Or were you asking permission?
I'm asking permission.
Either way, I'm not too sure.
All right.
What's going to happen?
Anyways, we have our donation page. Actually, our little donation box, up there if you want to donate to help chip in. Oh my God, I hate you. This is what before the live show was live. This is basically what happened every week. Anyways, donate, whatever. Don't donate.
Donate to the donation box.
Whatever. They're there. Everything's there. I want to thank Solon for being out there modding. And
could you just say there one more time?
There, taking care of TeamSpeak and all that fun stuff there. And yeah, this show's done. Thanks everyone for listening.